Railers will have the basketball as we start the second half. Starters in for the Railers. Horsham, Block, Cook, Olden, and Bowlby. They get it to Bowlby in the corner as they head to the basket to the left here at Roy S. Anderson. Block over to Bowlby. Hands to Max. Over to Joey. It'll be interesting to see if the Railers employ the same strategy of trying to get to the basket with Church in the middle of the lane. And there goes Gavin with the reverse. Just couldn't get it to go down. Shot it a little too hard.
I don't know why he went. Well, it's easy to say up here, but thought he maybe just went over the rim. He tried to go up and around, but that's what Church will do. He'll misdirect that shot.
Kincaid. Nelson. And again, it's just a 13-point game, and they've got some three-point shooters. Nelson fires one off. Horsham with a big rebound for the Railers.
Yeah, they're shooting a little deep. I don't know just the inexperience of the young kids, but they're well beyond that three-point line.
Now, you don't get any extra points for being behind the volleyball line.
No, you don't.
Block brings it back out now to Olden. Joey. A little spacing issue for the Railers. They get that worked out.
Looks like they're trying to be a little more patient.
Max picks up his dribble out to Bowlby.
You know, that's what this offense will do, to put that defense to sleep. And before you know it, you'll have a back door.
Max drives in. Again, lots of contact from Day. This one won't go down, but Day will pick up his third foul. And Max seems like he's been the recipient of a lot of contact and no calls, and Max finally got one call.
Yeah, and, you know, he's not going to back down. He's going to go to the basket, and he's going to be strong with it.
Gavin over to Bowlby, open in the corner for three, hits. That's his fourth of the night.
That's his spot. He likes that corner. He don't venture away to that or from the corner very far. You'll see him at the wing every once in a while, but that's his spot.
37-21. Railers back up by 16. Got to believe the next couple minutes pretty important for Springfield. Either the Railers are going to pull away where they're not going to be able to catch up, or Springfield's going to have to get a little bit closer in this one. Nelson a three from the right side. That's no good. Small and Joey fighting for it. Small gets it, gets his own rebound and puts it in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Max was a little off balance. I thought he could have went up and got that rebound. There you go, Gavin.
Wow, Gavin quickly down court, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Gavin coast to coast. Kind of caught Springfield sleeping a little bit, and he just went straight to the basket and laid it right up.
39-23. Trading baskets here. Railers still up by 16. 5:35 to go. Kick it back out to Nelson. Now to Church. Lobs it on top to Day. Again, you've got Church out on the perimeter, and you've got Josiah Small, the one who's working the lane.
Yeah, they're trying to get him the ball there about the free throw line, and Church is working that baseline. But Railers are doing a good job sagging. They got an eye on Church the whole time.
Back down to the corner, Small, inside out. Kincaid a three. That's off the front of the rim. Gavin there for the rebound.
Still about, 2 or 3 steps further than he probably should have shot that, and that's why he hit the front of the rim.
Horsham will fire a long three. That's how it's done.
There you go.
Horsham for the three.
And, slowly and gradually, just like that, linking up by 19, Jeff. And they can score in bunches, but they can also give up some points, too, as well.
Church on the baseline. His 17-footer is good.
It's only his 6th point of the night.
Quickly down court, and Kincaid's going to get whistled for the foul as Max was headed to the basket. Kincaid's first, second team foul. Max will toss in on the baseline. Gets it to Bowlby. Horsham back to Max. Max with a catch. Down the lane. Contact blocked by Church. Springfield quickly into the front court. And they try to do the no-look pass from Day to Small. Small was looking, Day wasn't. Coach Matt Reed's looking at him saying, look at it. And they're saying that the Railers were the last to touch it.
Well, I don't see a whole lot of argument.
Small inbounds, lobs out near the timeline to Kincaid. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Railers up 17, 42-25.
Joey's about due for a steal. That's no. Oh, wow.
Long three from Nelson is good.
That didn't look good, but
42-28, back to a 14-point margin for the Railers. Max hands to Gavin. Gavin down the lane, off the glass, count it, and he is fouled. Gavin now with 10 in double figures, where it seems like he's been most of the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Ebelair in for the Railers. Will Cook back in. Free throw good from Gavin. 45-28. Halfway through the third quarter, Railers up by 17. Church. Back to the freshman Minder. Tries to dribble through the Railer defense. Not a good idea. Church with the reverse layup. That's no good.
Oh, come
Takes
on,
it away
over the
from
back.
Ebelair, and they're going to say a held ball in the alternating possession. We'll give it back to Springfield.
Thought Ebelair had pretty good position right there, and Church just went through him, was able to knock the ball loose, and they're going to call a jump ball.
3 on the way from Day is good. That was too easy. Caught the inbound pass, nobody in front of him, fired it up and hit. Gavin gets Church in the air, hands back now to Cook. Max, that is. Gavin's going to try and go baseline, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Church. Third team foul on Springfield. I believe that's number 2 for Church.
Number 2.
3:22 left in the third quarter. Max inbounds to Bobby, back out to Will Cook. Ebelair over to block. Nice pass underneath, and they're going to say last touch by Max. It was a good look, but just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, a little traffic right there. Gavin found a little seam, just Cook wasn't able to handle it, went off his leg out of bounds.
Well, the Railers at one point got up by 19, then Springfield cut it back to 12. 3 is on the way, and that's up and good from Kincaid.
Wow.
And
Up by 19, now to 11.
Now it's back to 11, 45-34. Will Cook for 3. There it is.
Got it. Will Cook, man, he's got a shot too, and you can't leave him open because he'll knock it down.
48-34, 2:40 to go in the third quarter.
There's the
Tipped
steal.
away, Max in for the easy 2.
Now, just like that, up 16. And another steal.
Almost had it.
Yeah, Gavin knew that right when it left his hands. That wasn't a very good pass. He had Will Cook going to the basket, and Gavin threw it a little too hard and a little too low. Will Cook wasn't able to handle it, went out of bounds, turnover to Springfield.
So the Railers now back on the teeter-totter, going up 16. Church went behind the back. Now he gets it back.
Oh,
Gavin
nice block.
swatted it away from Church. Stays with Springfield.
There we go.
Tipped away by Gavin.
Wow, he's all over the place.
Two minutes to go in the third. Yeah, there's not many. I don't think there's probably too many gyms in Illinois where the defense gets as many ovations as the offense does, like they do here in Lincoln.
No, and that's what Coach Al will tell you. It's all hustle plays. You know, coaches love seeing hustle plays.
Kincaid gets a screen. They get it over to Day. Day had it swatted away and stolen by Max. Max pushes it for the Railers. Top of the key. Down the lane. Against Church. Off the glass and in.
Good move by Max. He had Church on him, and he knew that. So he kind of kept Church off with his right arm and was able to lay it up with the left.
And a timeout's going to be taken by Springfield. Just a 30-second timeout. So we will keep it here. Minute 30 to go. Railers up 52-34. So again, Scott, we're back with the Railers up 19. Springfield cuts it to 12. Railers up 19. They cut it to 11. Well, now we're back to 18. At some point, you've got to say, okay, listen, you got to break through that 20-point barrier, and once that happens, you figure that might be enough for Springfield.
Yeah, and it's just like a roller coaster ride, up and down. You get up, you think, well, we're going to break this wide open. Springfield comes down, hits a 3, and another 3, and it's just, well, they're right back in this. But I mean, I don't know, it's just been that way, and I don't know, it seems like it's always home games. I don't know, we're not playing real well at home. Maybe we need to change that regional somewhere else.
We could tell everybody it's the bowl in Jacksonville. We did pretty well over
yeah,
there.
or, we're in Collinsville.
In the corner, 3, that's going to be no good. Gets his own rebound, and Gavin's going to get whistled for the foul as he knocked it away from Nelson. But again, Scott, we've seen that a lot tonight where Springfield's three-point shooters are wide open. The inbound pass goes right to them. They get an easy look at a 3.
Yeah, and, the ball goes up. We're just looking. We got to find somebody to get a butt on them. Box out and don't give them second chances.
Minder, a 3. That's no good. Max the rebound.
Lincoln looks to push.
Max quickly peeking behind him, looking for a teammate.
Nice.
Finds it, and Conradi off the glass.
Oh, yeah, Conradi, a little cut towards the basket. Max found him. Nice, easy layup for Conradi. There we go. There's that 20-point mark, Jeff.
54-34. 1 minute left here in the third. Minder. Over to Nelson. They play catch on the near sideline. Kincaid back to Day, 40 seconds. Nelson from the right side fires for 3 and hits.
Man.
Isaac Nelson for 3.
54-37. Railers most likely going to hold for 1 unless they get an easy one going to the basket. 20 seconds left. Max brings a dribble near the timeline. Pretty good balance tonight for the Railers scoring-wise.
Yeah, it is.
Gavin goes down the lane, lost it with 4, with 3. Will they have time? Hop step. Nelson has it rejected away by Max.
Nice block by Cook. They calling a foul?
Are they checking to see who it might have been?
Get some more time up on the clock. An intentional foul.
Or do they call it technical?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see it. Was there taunting or something afterwards?
I don't know. Free throw up and good by Kincaid.
Well, we're going to find out who the culprit is here in a minute because I think Edwards checking in for him.
Second one, good again.
Technical foul is called on number 44, Adam Conrad. That is his second personal foul. It also counts as a team foul.
So the foul was, the technical was whistled on Adam Conradi.
I was watching the block. I didn't see any extra activity after the play, which would have had to have been what it was called.
So with .3 to go, it's a 15-point spread. Minder gets it in. Kincaid fires it off. Will not go down. At the end of 3, Lincoln 54. Springfield 39. Back with the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. We start the fourth quarter. Lincoln the basketball and a 15-point advantage, 54-39. Ebelair hands over to Max. Max will fire 3. Left it short. Ebelair tried to grab the rebound, tipped around. Controlled by Small for Springfield. Minder. And again, Springfield got him down by 20, and now they're starting to climb back in it. Nelson, little move in the lane, won't go down. Tip is up and good by Church.
Yeah, just like that, 13-point lead where we thought they were going to break it open there when they hit 20, but...
Gavin all alone, top of the key, doesn't take it, now steps inside, jumper on the way, in and out, and back in.
Wow, shooter's touch right there.
56-41. Nelson quickly ahead to Kincaid, back now to Minder. Nelson over to Church, skips it on top to Kincaid. His 3 on the way, misses everything. And again, Scott, just what you've been talking about all night. You know, you take a look at the Lincoln shooters, they're maybe half a step at the most behind the line.
Yeah.
Springfield's shooting 2-3 steps back behind the line.
And that's just, I guess, inexperience, and I don't know what it is, but man, he's going to probably hear that next time he touches the ball, shooting that air ball.
Gavin at the top of the key, hands to Joey Olden, who's back in the Lincoln lineup. Gavin on the right side, guarded by Church. Spin move. Kicks back out to Olden. 6.5 to go in the contest. Railers up by 15. 56-41. Max down the lane. Ball's tipped out and stay with the Railers.
Jeff, we got some little Railer fans here tonight. Their first game. They want to tell their Grandma Dorothy, give her a little shout out. Grandma Dorothy listens to all the Railer games on 96.3.
Very good. Railer fans, young and old, enjoying this one here. Gavin, long three is good.
Man,
G for 3.
G for 3, they say, and he's been doing it. He's been doing it a lot. Nice steal.
Steal by Peyton, tips it back to Joey, gives it right back to Peyton. Now they'll get it to Bowlby, who's open, 3 on the way, missed it. Trying to crash the board, and I think they're going to get Gavin, and we're going the other way. Or do they get it on Springfield?
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Springfield.
And, of course, Gavin is lobbying that he was trying to shoot the ball, which I'm not sure if he was. But, and that right there, Scott, I think is where Lincoln's unselfishness hurt him.
Yeah,
Peyton got the steal.
Yeah.
Got it over to Joey. Joey wanted to give it back to him, and Joey had an easy layup. So Peyton goes down the lane, kicks it over to Max, and Max gets hammered.
Wow.
And bodies go down hard.
Yeah, and a little rough right there. Max thought he got fouled a little too hard. I'm going to agree with Max. They came in and just hammered him. And the officials right now are discussing. I don't think it's going to be a flagrant foul, but it was a hard foul.
Fouls on Small. That's his third. The official having well, and you know, and to Max's credit, being the point guard, he's going to get a lot of the physical play, bringing the ball up and down anyway. And there have been a number of calls already tonight that haven't been made where Max is getting pushed and shoved, and he's dealt with it. And, you know, as Max drops the first free throw, at some point when you get hammered like that, all of the stuff that's happened throughout the game just comes out.
Yeah, and he's taken a beating, and, you know, he has every right to come up after that and be disappointed because he did get fouled hard, and he makes both free throws, so they were back up to 20.
61-41, under 6 minutes to go. Church had it, lost it out of bounds. Good job by Ebelair.
Yeah, he stepped in there and took the lane away from Church, and Church couldn't handle it, lost it out of bounds. It's going to be Lincoln ball.
And Scott, you can kind of start looking at the body language of Springfield, especially Church, who's maybe checked out of this game a little early.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned a little bit earlier, Jeff, how that dunk kind of sparked him. Well, now he's back to sleep, and, you know, he's only got, he's got 10 points, but, you know, he should have a lot more than that.
Gavin, over to Max, down the lane, spins back out to Gavin, 3 on the way. You know, I may as well just say it's good before he lets go of it.
He's got Church and a hand in his face, and it doesn't even seem to faze Gavin. I mean, he's money, and he's been like that for a long time.
64-41, 5:10 to go.
Nice steal, Ebelair there, up to Joey.
Joey, is he going to dunk it? Not. Two-hand layup is good.
And there we go. Lincoln's largest lead by far of the night, up by 25. Finally got over that barrier. There's another steal.
Another one. Ebelair kick it over to Joey. No, Peyton will take it himself. Missed it. Joey's there to clean it up.
There we go. Springfield's going to need a timeout or something, or they're just, they might be throwing in the white towel.
68-41. Little jumper in the lane is good for Kincaid.
You don't want to see that either.
68-43. Max backing, goes up against Nelson, is good. There's just no stopping Max on that one.
No, he had it in his mind. He was going to the basket from the get-go, and there was a mismatch there, and Max took advantage of it.
Well, quietly, the Railers are 1 point shy as Gavin gets the steal. Oh, ahead to Joey. Can Joey track it down? Lays it up and in.
There we go. There's that 29. There we're about to 30. That's what you want to see. As Coach Al grabs some kids off the end of the bench. Jordan Perry's going to check in.
Lob play. Church with the catch, lays it up and in.
Austin Cruz informed me today he was just accepted in the Naval Academy, so he'll be
Gavin for 3, and he missed one.
He was too wide open. He didn't have that one contested.
Railers up 72-45. Church a jumper on the way. That's no good. He's got the 72 points, already represents the Railer high for the year. Bowlby, can he make it even bigger? Nope, that's off the back of the rim. Well, you know what it is. The guys see that they're coming out of the game, so they're going to start firing as Church gets the dunk.
Yeah, they're wanting to get their points before they have to sit down. And, you know, that's typical. They don't want to come out. You know, they want to finish the game. But on the other hand, Coach, I'll tell you, these other kids, they practice just as hard and just as often as the starters, so it's nice to get them in the ball game too and get them a little recognition.
Timeout taken by the Railers. Just a 30-second timeout just to get some subs in. And we'll get those when we break the huddle here. 3:19 left. Railers up 72-47. Max with 12. Joey with 13. Gavin with 19. Bobby with 12. As Coach Alexander says, who are you going to guard?
Yeah, who are you going to guard? And I'm sure Springfield coaches are saying the same thing. You know, what do we do?
Who didn't we guard?
Who didn't we guard? You look up and down the board, and you didn't guard a lot of guys because the scoring's even. And it's been like that all year, and that's the beauty of this team. They're so unselfish, and, you know, 7, 8 guys deep on the bench.
So in the game for the Railers, Will Cook, Aaron Hopp, Bobby Donofsky, Austin Cruz, and Jordan Perry. And as we talked about in the pregame, it's different people in the uniforms, but it's the exact same motion. It's the exact same everything.
Hit
Cruz, 15-footer,
that
good.
Kid, Austin Cruz. Now, he thinks he's a ref. He refs for me on the rec center. And, you know, so he shouldn't be yelling at these refs because...
Well, he also does the half times in between games here at the Roy S. Anderson. Day's 3 top of the key. That's missed badly. Hoppy with the rebound, gets it over to Will Cook. 2.5 to go. Down low, look. Underneath, Austin Cruz off the glass again.
That's Cruz with 4.
It's been a while since the Railers have got to 80. We might do it here tonight.
Yeah, let's do it. I like to see that.
76-47. Day. Back from Waters. 3 on the way. That's going to be no good. There's Jordan Perry with a big rebound.
He'll get in there. He'll fight for a rebound.
Back out to Hop. Hop dribbles in. Kicks it over to Cruz.
Cruz is doing it.
Another one. That was no good.
Cruz was wanting some more.
Well, you know, Lincoln's very good at finding the hot shooter.
Yeah. Cruz, he's a good athlete. You know, quarterback of the football team.
Foul underneath, whistled on the Railers. That's going to go against Jordan Perry, it looks like. His first, third team foul. 1:39 to go. Railers up 76-47. At the line is 6'2" junior Zach Stratton. His free throw is off, no good. KJ Fry will check in, replacing Will Cook. Bryson Kirby in. Are these students chanting J-Mac today?
Dad, we got to give J-Mac a shout out. He's wanting us to talk about him on the radio, and I told him we're going to get him on the sports show here eventually. And so J-Mac, Perry won and rimmed in and out. So J-Mac, you know, he just had a kid not too long ago.
Minute 20 to go. 76-48. Now tipped away, stolen, picked up by Bryson Kirby.
Bryson Kirby, his shorts are fitting a little better tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he fires one up, it's all yours.
I don't think he will. He's, although if he gets the ball, I'm sure they'll be yelling at him to shoot.
Garrett Isles in, so everybody on the roster in the game here tonight. 1:04 to go. Railers up 76-48. Fry gets it to Isles. To Donofsky. Kirby. Underneath the Cruz.
Cruzy.
Jump hook is good again.
Cruzy's got 6. He's feeling it.
78-48. Under a minute. And then they throw it out of bounds.
Throw it out of bounds. Let's get to that 80 point. You know, we got some kids in there. They want to score. Fired up.
40 seconds left. Railers work it around the perimeter. Isles. Out to Kirby. Fry spins. Backdoor cut by Isles. Bryson's 3 rimmed out. No good. Stratton looks to make a move down the lane. Little floater. Won't go down. Cruz the rebound.
Go coast to coast. He pulls it back out. I don't think we're going to hit that 80 mark. They may hold off here.
Looks like that's where this one's going to end, as the last 10 seconds will tick off that one. And the Railers are going to pick up the win with a final of 78-48, improving to 22-2 on the season. There's the horn. That's a win. The Railers pick up the victory. Final score, Lincoln 78, Springfield 48. Railers improved to 22-2 on the season, 11-1 in the conference. Springfield drops to 6-17, 3-11 in Central State 8 play. Again, our final, Lincoln 78, Springfield 48. We'll be back with our post game in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Joined now by Coach Neil Alexander after the Railers pick up the victory 78-48. Coach, congratulations on the win. And, over the past 8 games, the Railers have been winning by just about an average of 30 points a game. Of course, there was that 53-point margin against Quincy Notre Dame that really boosted that up. Tonight just didn't feel like a 30-point win. Springfield, you get up by 18 or 19. Springfield cut it back to 12. Get up again. And then finally, once they got that 22-24, then there was that quick burst, finally able to put this one away.
Yeah, it was concerning of, sitting over there on the bench, because 2 or 3 times we got it up to 18, and then we'd let them hit. We wouldn't cover the perimeter, and we relaxed a little bit, and you can't do that. You got to stay focused. You got to play. But we're doing some different things now. We're trying to play a little bit quicker, force teams to play a little bit quicker, and teams are going to score some points on us. But we think we can score right back on them. I thought we had great balance tonight. We got to the rim out in our offense. We didn't have to use our sets. It was all out of our continuity offense, our green. And, the kids, done a good job. These games, when you're playing Springfield that has a young team and struggles at times, sometimes you have a hard time. But I thought our guys come in with a little fire and done their job.
Coach, was the mindset to try and get the guys to focus on just tonight and not look ahead to that Glenwood game and the 3 games coming up next week, starting with Glenwood on Tuesday night?
Well, I think this group's really, they're seniors, they're experienced, they know what they have to do, and they take them one at a time. And, Tuesday night's really scary for us. I thought, Glenwood handled Southeast last night. They're playing much better, and, we have to be prepared to get after it and do our thing. And, it's going to take a great effort for us to survive down there. And, again, that's a big, big game for us when you talk about seeding meeting. With Chatham beating U High, and if we can handle Chatham twice and stay in check next weekend, I would hope to think that would be good enough for a number 1 seed.
Coach, we always talk about trying to get the games where maybe you can get to a running clock or get that margin up. Is there any concern that you're, like we said, over the past 8 games, winning by almost 30 points a game, is there any concern that you haven't had many close games, and when that close game does come, they haven't been in that situation a lot this year?
I would agree to that, because you take a look at our scores, and there's very few games that have been inside of 10 points. And, Lanphier's in the same boat, too. It's not just us, but, we've had a lot of games that have been around anywhere from 9 to 12 points. But the game has never, ever been threatened. Some of those games we had 20-point leads and, didn't close it out the way we should. The Althoff, we were up 20 and let them back in, and it ended up being a 10-point game. I think Cahokia was a 20-point game. It ended up being a 9-point or 10-point. So, I feel good about our team. I really think that they're really starting to realize what they got coming, and that they're playing and being aggressive. We've cut down practice time to try to get them their legs back underneath them, and this Tuesday night game's a good game for us because you got to play in the regional. You got to play on a Tuesday, Wednesday night, so it changes your week a little bit, and this is something that's good for us as far as preparing us for the state tournament.
And, of course, Coach, the new offensive weapon that you brought off the bench tonight, Austin Cruz, I think he would have shot every time if he could have tonight.
Yeah, Austin plays within himself. He does well. Unfortunately, he's playing behind a couple really good seniors, his classmates. But, you know, he stays ready. And those guys on the bench have a tough job. They don't know when their number's going to be called, and, you know, they got to be prepared, and it may not happen. So that's kind of discouraging when you do that. So, you know, it's like I'm sitting here. Am I getting in tonight? Am I not getting in? What's going on? And then if you're not ready to go in and you stumble on yourself, you know, the chances of you getting in next time are not good. So they've got a tough job.
Coach, and one thing about the depth of this team, and we talk about, you've said how confident the coaches are with putting them in and knowing how things are going to run just the way they've been running. It also helps you in practice, because if what is considered the second team off the bench, that's who the first team has to practice against, and that just in turn makes the first team better.
Well, it does, but we don't spend a lot of time practicing. Our sophomores are basically what we do, and, you know, they have to prepare. It does two things. It hopefully makes them understand what level they're going to have to play at to play at the next, you know, their next grade. And, you know, by playing, you know, our juniors had a great experience last year. They were sophomores, and they played against the varsity team every night. So the weekend games were against people that were young and, you know, freshmen. And, you know, what were they going to throw at them that they didn't see from the varsity team? So that's what's happening with our sophomores this year. So hopefully a lot of them will make some ground between now and next year.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win here tonight. And Tuesday night's going to be interesting. I'm sure a big turnout from Railer Nation would be appreciated.
It really would. It could be a pretty ugly scene going down there with the situation that happened. But you know, it's going to be hostile, which, you know, again, we have a very experienced basketball team, so hopefully that will just pump them up even more. But we got to be smart about going down there and doing the things, and we got to play the right way, and it's we got to do the things we got to do to be successful.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you Tuesday night down in Chatham.
Okay, thank you.
Railers with the victory, 78-48. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.